feel like I'm a stars in a dark cloud. And no, I'm not the voice, I'm just a street light. Came from the bottom, I paid a different price. Living through this life, it ain't no paradise. I feel like I'm a stars in a dark cloud. And no, I'm not the voice, I'm just a street light.
Hello everyone, welcome in. This is Blessed Forever. I want to thank you so much for coming in. I don't know what you're sipping on. Be a glass of water, some tea, some coffee, even some wine. That's your choice. What you're eating on. Enjoy whatever it might be while you're in my room. Forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, please some comments, give me some ideas of some things that you might want me to talk about. Share this video so others know what I'm talking about. Most importantly, let's not forget, let's hit that bell. So hit that notification bell so you would know. Time I drop a video, till you be notified. So let's get into the topic. Like I always say, I have a mission behind it. So let's speak about relationship, and I'm going to speak about my relationship. I already talked about the natural realm, so let's talk about the spiritual realm. My relationship in the spiritual realm, as I can remember, the youngest I was like 9 years old. And I'm holding that conversation with God at that age, and I was in my room and I was just talking to God. I can't remember what it was about, but I remember that age. And I asked God, I wish I was magical. You know, young kids, we are so out there, we are so creative, we are so much outside the box. And I remember doing that at a young age. Now at the age of 16, I see the Holy Spirit. That feeling was the most, oh my God, it's hard to explain, but it was one of the most ordinary, beautiful experience I ever had in my life. I'm 52, going on 53, and I can say that I experienced anything like that ever in my life. Giving birth is beautiful. Someone you love is very beautiful, but it would never amount this feeling I got at night when I first received the Holy Spirit. At 16 years old, I remember I didn't want no one to touch me. They touched me, that feeling that I had that was just running through my body would have been taken away. Want to talk to me. I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted to get into my box and have that feeling forever. I felt free. Felt emotionally like there was no worry, no pressure, no tension. And as a 16-year-old child, we know that as a lot our appearance and so forth, it's that we go to as a young individual, especially when it comes down to sexuality, sex, all stuff, because a lot of young people talk about that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, me being at the age when I was 16, I was still a virgin. I mean, my goal was to remain a virgin until I got married. My heart, I did. But not till I got married. I did my first time being intimate. I was like 19 years old, going on 20. It was with the man that I did marry. But I'm going to tell you that story another day. We're going to get back on that one. But my relationship with God started at a very young age. And that was the most important relationship I ever had. Getting on a relationship because the last topic that I spoke about was relationship. I was speaking in the natural. Now, we're just going to get into the spiritual. And like I said, I want to give you a story of my life and get into that and go in that direction. And it's like spiritually, I'm going to give you a fine example. When I got married to spiritual thing. A very spiritual person. Like I said, I started at a young age. My mom used to thought I was going to become a nun. But I met my ex. I think he sensed that spirit on me as a godly individual. I was not attracted to him, not even a little bit. I really did not want to be around him. My mom was very strict. She didn't allow us to breathe. And that's the topic, but I do believe in my heart you restrain your kids from the world and from there knowing what the world is. Sometime when they get out there and it takes a little bit of that filth, that's when they lose control. To understand and explain about what is out there in the world. Don't allow them to be afraid of it, but be knowledgeable of it, you know, because that's when we become and we get lost. And people, we tend to kids and try to keep them from the world, a knowledge of the world. A lot of it don't work like that. It causes them to go deeper into darkness. They get a taste of it because they don't know what to expect. And we all got to realize that one day we're going to have to let them grow up. Get on this topic. We're going to continue to speak about our relationship in the spiritual realm. Now, as I said before, when I got with my ex, he sensed that spiritual exists in me. And I remember he was telling me that told me because of my spiritual relationship that I had with Christ, and that he wanted that. And I remember I tell him, well, I have with God is not your relationship. To have our own relationship with Christ. Mine is my relationship. Your will is yours, because we all go through something different. It's like saying that now, tell us that my relationship is better than your relationship with Christ, because we are different levels. We have different purpose in life, have different situations in life. So when things like that about, we can't just pinpoint and say, oh, my relationship is better than yours with Christ. No, so God don't see it like that. God sees our heart, and he know who love us more. I don't care what you got there and talking about you doing out there in the world. And you thinking that, oh, I'm giving these people thousands and millions of dollars. I'm doing this. I'm doing the work. No, see, not like that. God sees the heart. Not materialist things. That don't mean you have a closer relationship with God. I'm not able to give out materialistic things to the world. I might be out there. I'm gonna put it this way. You can millions of dollars and support family, but I can go out there and give $3 to someone who out there homeless that need it, or someone that really want it. Don't think because my $3 that your millions of dollars. God, your million is better than my $3. Work like that. Excuse me. That's what we have to understand with relationship is that communication and our spiritual level. We have to realize that we can't find someone in the natural when we lost in the spiritual. You don't know who you are as an individual, or what your purpose is in life, what your goal is. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're looking for in a partner. There's so many failed marriages. Because trying to put something together in our eyesight, we won't allow God put together what we need. It's like people on the outer side, how they shape, how they look, and all this and that, but we never look for the spirit. They are on the inside, that energy that is portraying out that individual, their body, the outside, and you can't see that because that's what you're looking at. I mean, you can have a woman might not be your priority God has for you, but because she don't have the big booties, the big breasts, the small waist, the size 1 figure, not your type, and then you wonder why you go through things you go through. It's because you was looking for the outer instead of looking for the inner beauty, and that's what a lot of our mistakes is at. We go through so much. We all about, oh, this person this person that, oh, that. But your true love is someone who you can love, no matter what you look like or what you've been through. It's that spiritual connection. It's that bond. That's the same way you have with Christ. Christ saying his word. You love me, someone you can't see, but you can love your neighbors. And that's the bottom line. You to be able to love someone. And see, the reason why we love Christ is not because of what we see on the physical side, what we feel on the inside. See, if we can love him and can't see him, and we love him with all our heart, why are we looking on the outer beauty for individuals, our partners, instead of look for the inner beauty? See, that's what those we are. We all have preference in what we want in life. Might know God has for you. I might say, damn, I'm attracted to taller guys. I'm 5'3". I might say, I want me a 6 feet man. But God might tell me, hey, got you a 5'1". Compatible to you. And I might, because I'm so busy looking for what I want, I lose on what God has for me. And see, that's what we got to understand when it comes down to our relationship. If you understand a spiritual existence and what your spiritual purpose is, And what you look for is in a spiritual aspect, and what you have learned, who you are, and what you want as an individual. Most importantly, please find somebody that's genuinely spiritually. Everybody that say they're spiritually is not spiritually. Because you say it, because you enter the church, because you go to church, mean you are a spiritual individual. Some people go to church because they just want to go. Some people go looking for a man or a woman. After on your mind, whatever God has for you, to you, y'all find each other. You don't have to go precisely to the church to look for it. You know, that's not the purpose why you're supposed to go to church. You're supposed to go to church to find a closer relationship to God. God's kingdom, God first. And whatever you seeking, seek God first. Seek His purpose, His will. Whatever else that He has for you in this world will come. You will be blessed with it. Blessed, you have to understand, is about the spiritual and a relationship with God. You got to have that spiritual connection with God, that spiritual purpose with God, so that way you go out there and you looking for someone, you will understand what you're looking for, the compatible to you, someone that you can say, oh, we got this in common, but most importantly, we got Christ. He put Christ first. He's a God-fearing man, you know what I'm saying? And we sincerely, we want nobody pretending, and God saying the word of you, a child of God. And I'm going to explain something to you, y'all. When I say know the word, it's a book of stories. It's a guide you in your path. It's like following a protocol. Everybody got a protocol they got to follow in that word, right? The Bible is a guide and what you need to do and what He expects from you. The Bible represent. But knowledge and wisdom, Christ. See, when Jesus was taught, it wasn't the book that we have, we call King James Version, the Holy Bible, story that people was telling of what they heard and did the miracle that He did and He walked the earth and what they seen. And God and Jesus hold a conversation. It was spoken words between the same way He did Adam and Eve back then in the beginning of the world. He just spoke to them. He had them in their little secret garden, purified, and He had them there, and He just, you know, to the same today. I don't want people to think that God cannot speak to people understanding the truth, the revelation, what He wants in life. You don't read the Bible. The Bible is a guidance. But if you want that relationship with God, because I'm going to tell you straight up, I conversate with God. I conversate with anybody else. He's something about the Bible, He would guide me to it. He would direct me to it. Because it's there to help me understand certain things. For example, if I'm going through something in life, but I don't understand, I don't know why, and I'm praying. Take me back into the book. Whatever page you want me to go, whatever me to go to, verse or chapter, whatever, and be a guidance and let me see this is what Job went through, and this is how Job overcame. Peter did. This is how Peter overcame. This is what Joshua did. This is Matthew's story. This is James' story. This is what the Bible is. The Bible is a guidance. It is a that is there to help educate us. And the stories in reference to what took place that time, that year, and that season. It's like everybody might don't know how to read. Understand? Everybody's not have educational level, but they know how to read. The majority of their knowledge and understanding, holding conversation with God, and you having that spiritual conversation, that spiritual relationship with Christ. It's about. I have so many people, people just ask me, you read the Bible? You read the Bible? So I'll be honest with you, like a lot of people do. For me, it's like visions, and me and God communicate. I even told one of my pastors, speaking on something, it's just like the book of Revelation, and I have told the story before. Through the book of Revelation, I seen it in dreams. I didn't know what I was seeing until when I heard the pastor speak about it, and I said, that's what God was showing me. But he was already giving me the knowledge. And then when I went to and I seen it, and I was like, oh, okay. So I started to read it. Like, that's the dreams I was seeing. It was like he was preparing me, because a lot of people scared to read the book of Revelation, but he's preparing me for a certain part of the Bible. And just like I seen this church age, all this other stuff was coming up, and I'm like, I'm seeing this in dreams. I'm seeing this in vision. Me and God holding a conversation. I'm hearing this. All these things I'm hearing, but I'm like, what is he saying? What is he saying? And see, that's where he takes me back to the Bible, and he break it down to you like this. Just what I told you about the dream I had about the end time. It was, okay, let me take you back to Jeremiah. Back to this verse in the book of Jeremiah. What Jeremiah went through, how the church was back then, that time, the people in that time, and what the people was doing, and he was trying to explain to the people. So, okay, now here I am. This is back then. I'll take you back that part of the Bible so that you can read that book, that story, and get the understanding in your time what I'm saying. That's what the book is. It's a guidance. It's there to guide us. Help us understand natural in existence and the spiritual relationship that we have with him. He uses these people that been in the past days, way back then in history, continue to have it. Just like the same thing, Martin Luther King, you got to remember certain things about him. You got to remember things about him. These is people that was in our time. And as other generation come about, you better believe they're going to talk about it. And they're going to have a book. So, well, what is this man? What did he did? There. Oh, see, this is how. That's what we have to understand. I don't hold you up no longer. I want to thank you so much for coming in. But just remember, so you got to know who you are. You take relationship in the natural about that spiritual relationship up with Christ. Understand yourself. So then, God's forever love you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and please hit the notification bell. Love you. Bye.